dropping in with something pretty audacious today, guys, so I would really love your support. It is December 31st, 2024, and in exactly 1 month, I am going to begin walking the entire length of the UK along the Spine of Albion. It's going to start in the Isle of Wight, down in the southern tip of the Isle of Wight, and I walk all the way through England, all the way through Scotland to Durness in northern Scotland, the far north. I have about a 5% chance of getting to the end. I have about a 20% chance, I'd say, of getting to Manchester because I'm injured. I tore my meniscus badly, really badly, about 15 months ago, and it hasn't properly healed, so I have a bit of a challenge. I've got a frozen shoulder, and I've had about 12 months of real, some quite kind of chronic health stuff that's had me in bed about 90% of the time. I'm slowly recovering from each of these pieces. My shoulder's back to 70%. My knee is, I can't even tell. It's getting a little bit better. It's definitely not walking the length of a country of an island kind of better, but it is slowly getting there. So medically, it doesn't make sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense financially, but I must do this thing. You know, we get to these moments in life where we just know we have to do something, and it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to fit into the sense making of the world. It becomes something far deeper than that, and there is a call here for me that I have to answer. It's quite terrifying. It's really scary. There's a part of me that doesn't want to do it, a big part of me that doesn't want to do it, but I know that I must. So I'm going to need some support. I'm going to need some, my community, my wider. Yeah, it feels really big to make this statement to the wider communities, to declare that I'm going to do this thing. And I will need some support. I will need some allyship, some support with funding, some support with just accommodation along the way, some, putting me up for the night when I pass through your town. But this isn't just about me. In fact, the truth is I'm probably the little part of this whole thing. In my heart, it feels like I'm doing this for something greater than myself. And it is a rite of passage of sorts, but it's also a community awakening. It is a regional stirring. It is a call to remember what it is to really be human. And it is a bit of a grief ceremony for just following my grandfather's passing last month. So it's really woven, the energy and the life in this is really woven by both the I and the we, both my own moment in life and a sacred call I've been called into, and a wider kind of a humanity level, a community level prayer that something really important comes from this. And I'm going to use this platform and this opportunity to have some of what I feel are some of the most important conversations of our time. I have some things that I'd love to talk to you about, and I think there's some big decisions that we have to make coming into these next few years of our life. It's a real transitional time right now at a humanity level, at an earth level, at a civilization level. And there's some really big conversations we have to work out where we're going. And sometimes before we can work out where we're going, we have to look at where we've been, where we are, and really get honest with ourselves. And so I'd love this to be an opportunity for me to really get honest with you and for you to get really honest with me. And I'd love our human family and our communities as a little metaphor of that, to enter a new chapter of honesty, of self-revealing, and of really beginning to work together in ways that we haven't done yet, to grow into things that we haven't grown into yet. And this walk is a prayer for all of that. I'm going to have, along the way, I'm going to have conversations with people who are what I feel are key voices in these times and leaders of particular conversations about where we're going and what's needed right now. But I'm also going to talk to communities, drop in with people in lounge rooms and living rooms and halls and at wellness centres and whatnot, all going well. I'll hold it kind of firmly and lightly. And I'm going to invite you to come and walk with me for key sections of this thing and just be together, but also in being together, have some of those conversations about who you are and where we're heading. And it feels like, in one sense, it feels like a sacred pilgrimage. In another sense, it feels like a terrifying initiation that I have very little chance of actually being able to meet. But, being scared of something has never stopped me from trying. And I think this is one of the most audacious things I've ever done. As a 23-year-old, I once walked 1,100 kilometres from Sydney to Brisbane, and following the suicide of a friend of mine. But that was a 23. This is almost twice as long, and that was a 23-year-old's body. This isn't a 23-year-old's body. I actually the day I start is my 38th birthday. And yeah, it feels like a really rich, important time with a lot of life moving. And I'd love you to support me. I'd love you to stand with me. I'd love you to get in on this with me and be a part of this journey, to champion me, to follow along and be a part of this remembering, not just for others, but for yourself as well. And yeah, I commit to do the best I can and to bring myself wholly and fully to this thing. And yeah, I'd love you to come along for the ride with me. All it's said now. I said it. You all know now. There's no getting away from it. Let's do this thing. So I'm going to share some of the ways that you can get involved, the ways you can support, the ways you can follow along, and the ways that you can be a part of this. I'm going to share the first layer of that in the comments below or in the description below. And so just check that out, and it would really support me in this process if you took a few minutes or longer, a few days maybe, and really lent into being a part of this and coming on this journey with me in your own way. For now, the best way you can support me is going over and subscribing to my brand new YouTube channel, where I'm gonna just share this journey. I think there's a lot of people who do long distance journeys, hikes, and a lot of time it's about their own kind of personal journey, or they hit a moment in life where they really need to take a stand for themselves, and I really love that. And I feel at the same time that this is different to that. That there is a kind of a community prayer and a humanity prayer in this. And there's a call in this for the tribes. So as I walk, there's a call that's coming with me, and a conversation that's coming with me. So it feels a little audacious and different to what's kind of already out there for the most part. And I feel like there's going to be some really beautiful things that come. So support me how you can. Check the comments below. And thank you for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate you. Sometimes we just get to those moments in life where it doesn't have to make sense, but we know we just have to do the thing. And that is this moment for me. So let's do it. Let's do the thing.